Getting started with a night vision setup. It's expensive, it's confusing. Which rifle illuminator do I need? Which optics and at what height? Maybe you want a pistol setup too, and then there's a big question, single tube or dual tube goggles. So even after you get through the gear, there's another challenge that most people don't talk about, which is finding a place that actually lets you shoot after dark. Running guns helped me to get into night vision, and in this video, I interview Hunter, who won the last night running gun that I was in at the Burial Mound, which is much of what's going to be playing in the background. And if you're unfamiliar with running guns, go check out the channel where I show off events where you navigate the terrain, which is water, sand, forest, day or night, rain or shine, and shoot unknown stages with rifle and pistol from point blank to almost 700 yards. Today we're going to break down the gear and cut through the noise by learning exactly what Hunter uses and why, and we can see that it's not all the expensive stuff that's pushed by mid-tier snobs. Initially, as you're looking at night vision, you want to get the dual tubes, you want to get full power, illuminator and designator. What do you have?
Yeah.
That you compete with? Because you won and it was an open field and anyone can use anything. Mm-hmm. What did you use?
Yeah, so on my rifle I had a Holosun Iris, the new, I think it's GR3. So that thing did amazing. Previously I had a TLR VIR on my rifle. That made things pretty challenging,
okay,
as you can imagine.
Yeah.
So that's actually moved over to my pistol now, which is what I used for my handgun.
Absolutely.
And that did okay, although I think I had some probably user error issues on that, and my laser definitely was not zeroed. So
okay,
but that's okay. Yeah.
So I have the exact same. What I found is that the Holosun has a cleaner illuminator than even like a full power, like a D-ball.
Yeah.
And that just helps bring out even if it's not quite as bright.
Yeah.
You can see better.
Yeah.
Do you have that same experience?
Yeah, I've played with a few buddies, full power lasers like the D-ball D2s, the PEC 15s, and they are pretty fun to play with. I'm not gonna lie. But I've always felt like the full power laser part, at least, is kind of overblown.
Yep.
The laser ends up just too big, washes out too much of the target typically. So the illuminator is really where you want to kind of find all that extra power. And with the Iris, I've found it to be an adequate amount of illumination, basically.
Yeah.
Doesn't blow anything out too bad on the laser side. But the illuminator is so good enough to spot the targets that you need to.
I've had the exact same experience. That full power just ends up blowing things out where I know I'm throwing a lot of energy onto the target. There's a lot of light, but it's so much that I can't see really what I'm shooting at.
Yeah.
And make the adjustments if I was, just a little bit left or.
Yeah.
But like you said, they are kind of fun because they'll blast as far as you can see. So then you moved your TLR VIR to your pistol, which is funny. I have the exact same setup.
Yeah.
Why? You said you had user error.
Yes.
I know I did it first too. What did you do?
So, I've had this for a while now, like pretty much since I got the night vision. But I actually did a different running gun the week before, and my TLR VIR filled up with water on the inside of the lens. So I took it off to try and dry it out, knowing that I had twilight coming up and I would need it. Was sort of successful, I guess. There's still water spots inside of the lens, but when I remounted it, didn't get it tight enough. And of course it's on a pistol, didn't return to zero like I was hoping it would. So I pretty much shot the whole night with seeing two dots. Not really sure which one is the laser and which one's the red dot.
Yep.
So,
all right. So your night vision tube itself. What do you use?
I've got a white PVS 14. I bought it from Heat in Tulsa. Honestly, don't know a ton about night vision because I'm not like a super night vision nerd. But I took some good advice from some friends that knew more than me. And it's proven to be good advice. I got to play with a lot of my buddies' tubes throughout the years, and kind of see what I liked and what I didn't like. And then from there, I kind of took that and purchased this as my first tube.
Okay, so it's a mono.
It is mono. Yep.
Have you played with duals?
I have.
Okay, and your thoughts between the two?
Duals are really cool. They would be really useful for especially twilight in the low lighting conditions that we had. So navigating the course is really tough under 1 tube.
Yeah, it was very tough.
Would have been much better under 2. My issue is I honestly don't use night vision enough to justify 2 tubes.
Okay.
So while they're cool, I think at least having the capability is good enough for me at this point. And I haven't been restricted by the single tube.
Yeah, and I have played with duals as well, and a misconception that immediately went away was you have wider field of view with 2.
Yeah.
That's not the case.
Yeah.
And then you hear people like, you have more depth perception. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't, but your mind might help make that up. And actually, I've had a lot of experiences where having the single tube, especially if there's a bright moon out or there's mixed lighting, where the single tube is perfect because your mind almost plays a trick where it overlays the color that you do see to the night vision that you see. So you're almost just seeing everything in color.
Yeah.
I've come to the same conclusion though that I just don't. If it said you could have duals or a single, I'd pick duals as long as it could articulate a way where I could run under 1.
Yeah, and I've had similar experiences too, where I've noticed on bright nights when there's a full moon, or just different lighting conditions, where your off eye can still kind of see. Monos are really useful in those conditions. Like just having that second eye. The night of twilight, it was pitch black. Couldn't see anything, so you're just walking around looking through pretty much one toilet paper tube. Your other eye is just dark, and it's like I'm seeing these lights along the trail that are blinding me in one eye, and they're hitting my tube in the other. It's like, okay, just try not to slip, because it was also muddy. So.
And then we did talk a little bit before. I told you that I had a light in my helmet, an IR light.
Yeah.
That you said you wish you had.
I do wish I would have had. Yeah.
I'll say navigating with a light on your helmet, just giving you that, especially in such low light conditions, it's awesome. It really brings out, especially like when there was those ditches or where the water would wash out and you roll your ankle. Like it really brought those things out.
Yeah, I stopped counting after I had fallen 4 times on the course, and that was, I think I had made it just past stage 1 at that point. I fell.
So you fell more than me. I thought I fell a lot, but you fell more than me then.
I fell a lot. At one time, hard enough that it broke the QLS fork on the QLS receiving plate on my holster. So,
So you already talked about your optic. It's the enclosed Holosun. Would you recommend that for your pistol dot?
I would, with a caveat of honestly, I have a talent for breaking things, and I'm pretty well convinced at this point that everything has a finite life. So I've had that dot since I got that pistol, I think like 4 years ago. Tens of thousands of rounds on it, tons of running guns. It's been great up until Hunter's Moon, where it just filled up with water.
Actually, that's still a good testament to it.
Yeah,
you're going to break it eventually.
Exactly, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. Is I would recommend it. You just kind of have to understand that everything has a breaking point. If you use it hard enough, you will find it. Okay. I'm not convinced any other optic would have made it that far and not failed at some point.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I've tried buying all the nice stuff, and even with the nice stuff, I break it. Yeah.
Your rifle optic. What do you use?
I have a Holosun 403.
Now, did you use it much?
Not.
Okay, so you didn't.
Yeah, didn't use it at all.
Have you found yourself using it in the past under NVGs?
I have attempted it in the past. Passive aiming is not something that I particularly enjoy. I can do it. I have a 193, Reptilia 193 mount that lets me see through the dot. Honestly, most of the time, the lighting conditions they're not friendly to passive aiming. So usually you need some sort of supplementary illumination. So like a Surefire Vampire or something like that. I have found very few situations where passive aiming has been beneficial for me and actually possible without using some sort of illumination.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been a Holosun shill.
I have
this whole interview.
I've also broken most of them. So, yeah.
Is there any techniques or tricks that you've learned that would be helpful, especially to someone early in shooting?
Shoot. That like night vision specific or shooting specific?
Night vision. Yeah.
Okay.
Sticking with the theme of this one.
Yeah. It's kind of tough because night vision is one of those weird things where everyone gets it and they think it's going to be this really cool superpower. Suddenly they're going to be really good at things.
And learn it's very tough.
Yeah. Everything under night vision is harder. Pretty much.
Yeah.
The only thing that's easier is like shooting from goofy positions where you don't have to be behind the gun.
So actually, that would be a good example of don't feel like you're stuck behind the gun when you're shooting under nods. You can shoot through a port, keep your eye on the target, and move to another port.
Yeah.
And continue shooting. If that's more advantageous, especially when you're in cramped quarters, that's really helpful. Do you have any other?
Yeah, I would honestly say just get good at shooting, get good at like weapons manipulations, just normally. Like
because you can't see anything.
Dry fire it. Like get good at it under normal conditions, normal lighting conditions. When you get night vision, just keep practicing normally, and you'll get better at it. You'll learn to hit your mag wells where you need to, and that way you're not flubbing reloads under night vision, because then you go to reload the gun, you miss the mag well, you jam up your fingers, and no one wants to do that on
and you can't see downrange and hear at the exact same time, so you're stuck.
So just kind of learning your equipment normally, getting that muscle memory built up translates really well under night vision. I know that's what I've tried to do. I haven't really done a lot of night vision specific training. I shoot under night vision like 3 or 4 times a year.
That's neat to hear that you don't have a whole lot of time under nods, and yet you still went out at very good shooters out there and won just by taking your daylight.
Yeah.
That just translates very directly. So. That's neat for me to hear.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, thank you. I appreciate all your wealth of information.
Yeah.
And hopefully this pops up on the video well.
Yeah, hopefully.